Hi viewers, today we are gonna see prepare for the Salesforce Business Analyst Certification Part 7. If you wanna read part 1 to 6, you can go ahead for the playlist and you can study. So today is part 7. The topic is collaboration with the stakeholders. We are going to discuss about the plan discovery activities based on the target stakeholders to perform a through analysis of a business needs. For the introduction, before diving into the solution, the business analyst must determine what the user truly need and why they need it. These needs are also referred to as requirement. This section discusses the various strategies and techniques for identifying and analyzing the needs of customers and other stakeholders. Some tips to effectively communicate and different ways to engage with the stakeholders are also offered in this model. Customer discovery activities. First, we need to do the project history. Project history is the significant amount of background information on the project, either from stakeholders or other source. Project analysis. To learn and understand as much as possible about a project, the business analyst perform various types of analysis. Whiteboarding. Whiteboarding is performance to convey ideas and develop a common understanding of a concept or idea. Elicitation. So elicitations is performed to gather information where that is not readily available. Communication. Stakeholders engagement is achieved through good communication. Content strategy. Content strategy is a method that aligns the needs of the customers with the business goals. It serves as the guide for all content production activities. Project history. Project history is the significant amount of background information on the project, either from stakeholders or other source. It is also known as project orientation. Benefits of obtaining project history. This type of information ensures that previous work is not repeated and that previous decisions are not rushed. It also aids in the understanding of current system, design, needs, and business process. Project history adds more material to the analysis, resulting in a more positive project outcome. The business analyst will learn the process and the system involved in order to gain as much insight as possible into how the business functions and how the system works. Types of analysis. To learn and understand as much as possible about the project, the business analyst perform various types of analysis. Enterprise analysis. Business analysts must learn and understand the structure of an organization, including who reports to whom and the activities and relationship of the company's department. This is the purpose of enterprise analysis. Stakeholders analysis. Individuals or groups, internal or external to the immediate organization, who makes decision and play a vital role in setting project needs and priorities, are referred to as stakeholders. Early identifications of stakeholders is critical. So this is where stakeholders analysis takes place. Stakeholders are usually the people who have an interest in or may be affected by the issue under consideration. Types of analysis. Strategy analysis is focused on identifying the business need. It involves the following activities: identifying what is different between the current and the desired state with gap analysis. Access options of achieving the desired state, including the work or scope required, and recommend the highest value approach for reaching that state. Analyzing the risk associated with the identified change, solution, and effect, effect those uncertainties might have on the project lifecycle or end goal. Developing a plan of action to understand the potential risk. Elicitations is performed to gather information that is not readily available. It is the path to discovering requirement and design information and involves communication, research, and experimenting. Elicitation techniques, brainstorming, document analysis, focus group, interface analysis, and interview. Observation, process modeling, prototyping, requirement works, survey questionnaires. General stage of elicitation. Elicitation is typically performed in three general stages. Preparation and entails gaining a thorough and accurate understanding of the project business requirement. Conduct. The next step is to carry out the elicitation. It involves engaging with the stakeholders to gather information about their needs as well as the needs of the organization. Confirm. The final stage is to confirm and validate that the specified requirement match the problem and demand. It is also to guarantee that the understanding conform with the stakeholders' real goals or desires. Stakeholders engagement methods. Different methods are available to engage stakeholders to elicit requirement, ask questions, obtain opinion, beliefs, attitudes, views, and generate ideas. Stakeholders engagement techniques, one-on-one interviews, semi-structured interview, focus working groups, questionnaires, citizen juries, town meeting, forms, workshop, nominal group techniques. Stakeholders engagement techniques. The one-on-one interview means it's an individual stakeholders are involved either formally, structured to evaluate or informally, free-flowing improvement to acquire extra information from stakeholders. Semi-structured interview. Semi-structured interview are typically used to engage individual or a small group, two or three people. They are conducted with an open framework that allow for focused conversation, two-way discussion. Focus working group, a scheduled discussion among stakeholders in a small group, 4 to 12 members, mediated by a skilled moderator. It is intended to gather information about preference and opinion with a casual, non threatening approach. Questionnaire. A questionnaire is often brief, containing a predetermined series of questions meant to extract certain information, line like opinion, belief, and attitudes of a sample of people. Mm, Town meeting. Individuals living in a specified geographic area are invited to a public meeting to address community issues. The meetings are frequently loosely managed and utilized to establish a broad list of study topics interest. Forum workshop meetings or conference with the purpose of discussing a topic, particularly those in which participate become an audience and also give presentation. Nominal group techniques, structured problem solving or idea generation exercise in which participant ideas are gathered and merged in a relaxed, pleasant face-to-face group setting. Citizen juries used to elicit public opinion on a wide range of health and other topics. The life techniques to determine the impression of a group of people. The Delphi approach employ a series of consecutive survey. Each questionnaires count as one round. The approach is frequently used to rank research topics, modeling, VOL, EOOI, the whole methodological approach, value of information, executed value of information, expressly considered the uncertainties surrounding a healthcare system, choose choose to embrace the health technology. Scoping study, through a study of published and unpublished material, followed by focus group and interview consultation. Scoping studies attempt to uncover basic principles underlying a research subject and the key source of information. Concept mapping. This method is specifically developed to facilitate agreement in the understanding and organization of various concepts. Communication essential. Stakeholder engagement is achieved through good communication. Below are some tips for engaging stakeholders to achieve project goals. Inquire and listen to the response, establish a conversation tone, and do not pressure the stakeholders. Demonstrate what help can the stakeholders get and how. Explain the next step and the need for stakeholders' commitment as well. People collaborate more readily and successfully when they trust one another. Relationship for foster truth. Remember that humans are capable of being illogical, unresponsible, inconsistent, or unexpected. There are human emotion at stake and goals may not always align. Forms of communication. Communication forms in different forms. Verbal. This is used for expressing ideas, fact, and opinion during one-on interactions, meeting, presentation, and conference. Nonverbal. Nonverbal communication occurs without words or sound. Instead of entails communicating to others through body language, gesture, and facial expression. Written. For business analysts, writing is a key method of communication. BAs help people and group stay in sync by keeping a written record of information for reference. Visual. Visual communication is the act of conveying information using sorry for the disturbance. Written for business analyst, writing is a key method of communication. BAs help people and groups stay in sync by keeping a written record of information for reference. Visual communication is the act of conveying information using visual media such as chart, graph, photograph, and drawing. Because most individuals learn visually, this strategy is frequently useful. Content can be any of the following: a product that requires research, design, development, delivery, and iteration; a system that can connect people, a process, and technologies configured by the administrator up to 25 user per steps; a set of data that use be that must be structured and modeled; a business asset that can be tied to objectives, materials, and results. Content experience and content strategy. Content serve as a compass for customers, and even internal stakeholders when navigating through the company's product or service. Content experience is the full experience of customers who engage with the content along their journey with the company's product or service is referred to as content experience. It is a solution centered or on the consumer. Content strategy. Content strategy is a method that aligns the needs of the customers with business goals. It serves as the guide for all content production activities. Define a content strategy. 4 steps to define a content strategy. Find gaps in content experience. Discover where the content experience fails to customers by integrating customer journey maps with the existing content to build a brand new artifact called content map. This guarantees that the appropriate materials is delivered to the correct people. Prioritizing content needs. Prioritization takes into account various audience demands as well as need of the customer. It leads to the alignment of customers' requirement with business objectives and the creation of a framework for all content initiatives. Document the strategy. The content strategy brief and the content backlog should be included in the content strategy output. The content strategy brief is a document that provides a high level overview of the strategy. For example, content visions and roadmap, etc. The content backlog contains content ideas that provide value and have a business impact. Test the strategy. During the testing process, sample content is prepared in accordance with the content strategy that was developed. It ensures that the appropriate materials is supplied to the right individual at the appropriate time and place for the right reason. V2 Mom, Vision Values, Methods, Obstacles, Measures is a framework formed by Salesforce to guide its organization and its customers towards optimized process through communication and alignment. Aspects and definitions. Vision outline what to accomplish. Values, principles, and beliefs. Value system drive to pursue the vision. Methods, activities to enact the vision, the action and steps needed to get to done, obstacles, challenges, and hurdles to overcome to achieve the vision, measures, the KPIs and measurement that will prove that the project was a success. Benefits of V2MOM. V2MOM promote collaboration and feedback coordination between team members. This results in the following benefits: acceptance, optimization, transparency, and unity. Whiteboarding, it's drawing and writing on a whiteboard or whiteboarding can be a powerful tool for conveying ideas and developing a common understanding of the concept or ideas. Whiteboarding method. Whiteboarding can be done in 2 ways, classic and with online tools. Classic whiteboarding requires standing whiteboard, preferably 24 inches by 36-inch or larger size, a dry erase marker, and a whiteboard eraser. Whiteboarding with online tools requires a web conferencing software that include whiteboard option. Prepare for a whiteboarding session. Below are some tips or to prepare for the whiteboard session. A clear and relaxed mind can help with the planning. The meeting must have a goal. The message of the presenter should have an outcome and be tailored to the audience. Jargon should be avoided both verbally and on the whiteboard. Practice drawing the image that will be used in the session. Keep the image simple and the words powerful. Perform a dry run with someone who is unfamiliar with the subject. Their feedback can help determine whether or not the content strategy is on track. You can see some scenario. The company internal business analyst would like to analyze the business need from the point of view of different user group. What is the most appropriate activity she can conduct to achieve this? The solution is focus group interview is effective for obtaining information about the preference and opinion in a relaxed, non-threatening stress setting from group that belongs to the same environment. A questionnaire or survey can also be sent out to gather structured data. The next scenario is an organization want to automate its sales and service process. What type of analysis can the business analyst conduct with the stakeholders to assess the scope, identify the risk, and understand the business need? Strategy analysis is about obtaining business requirement and addressing business need. It also involves gap analysis, which identify the difference between the current and the desired state. Moreover, it includes identifying potential risk, developing a plans of actions to address the risk, and discovering the scope of work. These are all the resource you can follow for some additional information. Thank you for watching. If you want to know how you can pass the business analyst certification, watch my series till the end. At the end of the series, I can give you some hint how you can achieve in the first attempt. Thank you for watching.